I mean, just look how fabulous. It's so beautiful outside. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Love it. Home sweet home abode. Whew. Yes, y'all. Got a little dewy. Little dewy. All right, y'all. Where are we going this weekend? All right. Let's see what it says. Oops, it's upside down. Okay. CMX Center, Bistro, dinner, and a movie. All right, y'all. That's where we're going this weekend. Hey, what's up, y'all, honey? This sun ain't playing with the people. I said, let me just come out here to cool down in the sun, and plus I want to soak up some free vitamin D. So I got my stunners on, y'all. But anyway, while I was out here, I wanted to, again, just pop on and show y'all, yes, that's where I'm going at this weekend, which is really going to be just where I'm going to go Saturday. But anyway, I took my umbrella down because I need to get some sand bags to hold the base down better, because it kept just flipping over, and that thing is heavy. So I thought, girl, until you get you some sand, just take it down. So I've just moved it over there on the other side of my patio. But anyway, and I can tell there's a cat that comes over here and sits down and probably sleeps out here and lounges on my furniture, because I see cat here. So I'm definitely gonna have to sweep that off or wipe it off, because y'all already know, or if you don't know, I am highly allergic to cats. Their fur, where they lick it, of course. But hopefully my allergies and my eyes don't carry on while I'm out here, because yeah. But anyway, I wanted to share something with you. I was listening to this lady talk about things that she's learned in her 63 years of life. And for me, I jotted down some things that she said, and some things that I know to be true that I've just learned about life in my 55 years. So I wanted to just pass that on and share this with you. Again, just little snippets, because once you come into the realization of some things, just like when my mom was sharing with me, look, girl, everything happens for a reason. And I think I can remember when I was younger, and I used to think about my dad and how he seemed to be very, not careless or carefree, but when you've been through so many things in life, you truly learn how not to sweat the small stuff. You begin to recognize that, yeah, people are going to be people. That's why the word tells us there is nothing new under the sun. Isn't that the truth? And I think if we begin to learn and apply that to our everyday life, that we're going to make choices that are not going to tear us off the frame all the time. Or we get so in a constant state of worrying and just regurgitating the problem without putting anything in place to fix it. We always just want to talk about the problem. Okay, now that we have the problems, now that we know the problem, what are we going to do to solve those problems? Instead of always focusing and situating the issue. So anything, here's some of the things that she said, and I thought this was just so awesome. And again, these are things we know, but just like the word says, write the vision and make it plain. Sometimes you have to just write it out and speak it. Faith come by what? Hearing. So a lot of times you know this stuff, but if you don't bring it to your own hearing, even you speaking it so you can hear it, so it goes into your ear gate and it begins to renew your mind about how you live and how you walk and maneuver through life. So anyway, here's some of the things she says, and I high five her on this. She says, compromise is certain. In life, you're going to have to compromise. So if you try to fight and go against compromising, it makes for a bad day, doesn't it? So compromise is certain. It says, people you thought you could not live without, you actually can. Isn't that the truth? I can remember when I was in relationships when I was younger, and it's just because of life. I had not experienced certain things, so of course I didn't know how to rationally think about it. But that's why the word says, when I was a child, I spoke, I act like a child. Now behold, I'm a full grown woman. 3 times over just about. So I think and I act and I absorb and make choices based on me being a fully grown woman. So again, those things when I was younger, when I was with old naughty head man or boy, whatever, and I thought I couldn't live without them, you run after them. Don't leave, baby, baby, don't leave. Heck, some of y'all still do that today. But anyway, now, seriously though. So those people or even things you thought you could live without, you actually can. And again, life experience will also tell you that. You deserve internal kindness and not war. And I got to thinking about that. Within ourselves, we have to learn and remember and remind ourselves, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up all the time so much, because that can create a war within yourself. You're always trying to compete and compare with others. So in that, be kind to yourself. Isn't that the truth? Peace will appear boring until you lose it. So guard it. Protect your peace. And y'all hear me say that all the time. I love you, God bless, and may what? The peace of the Lord be with you, because that's forever true. Things may seem boring. Your peace might seem boring. But baby, you lose your peace and see what happened. It becomes very important to you, doesn't it? A peace of mind, having peace in your home, peace with your family, peace on your job, peace in your community. Baby, when stuff gets to be a little bit in disarray and you lose a sense of peace, oh, it ain't boring anymore, is it? So protect your peace. Put those things in place that will keep you from losing your peace. If that means saying no to her, him, they, and us, then do what you got to do to protect and guard your peace. Don't beg. If they wanted to do it, they would. In other words, when it comes down to people, places, and things, and in general people, stop begging folk. If they really wanted to do something, they'll do it. Rest. The world will not fall apart. In other words, the world is not going to fall apart, so rest. Rest. Get your rest. Learn how to cut things off. Learn how to stop it so you can be at peace and again be at rest. The world is not going to fall apart. Okay? Walking away will be the loudest truth you will ever speak. Isn't that the truth? Let me say that again. Walking away will be the loudest truth you will ever speak. And my God, that is the truth. If you have to let some things go, if you have to walk away, you ain't even got to say nothing. You ain't even got to elaborate. You ain't even got to over express, over examine, overthink, overdo. Just completely get up, take your feet to the pavement and penetrate that pavement and just walk away. And without you even opening your mouth, you have spoke the loudest you'd ever speak. Wear your fancy clothes. Wear your jewelry, girl. Whether you going outside to the mailbox, I'm going to tell you a story. My mother, I would pick at her. Y'all see how she got me together in the hospital that day. Talking, oh, I ain't got to look like what I've been through. Amen to that. But whenever she's at home and I happen to swing by there, and Mama always looks, like she finna have company. She have on her earrings, she have on her get down. And I said, Mama, one day I was over there and she said, ooh, I'm gonna go out here and check the mail. So she went, and I thought she had went on out, honey. She done went and put her earrings on, and I said, Mama, you just going to check the mail? She said, yeah, but you never know who you may run into. And she said, let me do me. But again, going back to this statement, wear your fancy clothes, wear your earrings. I don't care if you going to sit on the couch. The lady, matter of fact, the lady I was watching, she said, girl, if you just going to go sit on the couch, you going to check the mail, you just going to the store to get a tube of toothpaste because you ran out. Wear your fancy clothes, wear your fancy jewelry. Be good to yourself. My God, isn't that the truth? We think we have to be going somewhere special in order to put our fancy clothes on, our fancy shoes, our fancy jewelry, or whatever you deem to be fancy. We think we got to have somewhere to go. You are the place. You are the go. Hey, so look good, feel good around your self. I like to smell good all the time. Nobody ain't got to smell me, but as long as I know I smell good, I love it. So yeah, I like that. And I do that myself, but I'm reminded, girl, please, I don't care where you're going. Because if that's what it takes to make you feel good about yourself, it uplifts your spirit. Do it. You ain't got to wait on somebody to say, oh yeah, wear that. No. If you're going to take out your trash, do what you need to do. And the last one is, no, second to last. No is a full sentence. Period. Remember that when you say no, no means no. And then the last one is, every scar you've got is proof that you are healed. Isn't that truth? Isn't that the truth? Now I know we do have some scars in our life that we may still be going through the process. But once that scar has appeared and that scab is falling off and all of that, it's just proof that God truly is a healer, and you are healing or healed. So just know that. If you have to ever look down on a skin flesh, a wound flesh, and that bad boy creates a scar and it's finally here, it no longer itches, it no longer bothers you, it is just a reminder, my God, thank you for my healing. All right, y'all. It's getting hot out in here. And I just wanted to stop in and say that. I enjoyed those little things to reflect on, things that you've learned along the way. Heck, you could have went through a trial and tribulation that lasted 6 months and can write you down some affirmations of how you got up and got over. But anyway, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed her video when she was sharing that. That was really good. And it got me to thinking. But anyway, she had some really good ones. That's why I love, this is just supporting, whether you're just viewing someone's channel or their content, just supporting one another. Really, truly learning from one another. I love that. I think that's awesome. But anyway, y'all, again, y'all stay tuned for a vlog, because y'all know I'm going to share where we go tomorrow. Anyway, love you. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you.